My name is Dr. Silverman, and I'm talking to you from finally sunny Alberta, Canada. Welcome on this 7:30 call. I'm really excited today. I was introduced to LifeVantage in 2012 on the verge of 2013 by Marisa Harrelson, who is an esteemed elite pro 8, and she's on the call now. Thank you, Marisa. And my story to health starts in 2004 when my mother was diagnosed with severe cancer, and she passed away shortly after the diagnosis. So despite of being double trained physician, board certified pediatric surgeon in the former Soviet Union, and the board certified surgical pathologist in Canada with a specialty in breast cancer, I was unable to help her. So that's when my quest to health started, and I started learning foods, happiness, mental health, all the aspects of what is called pillars of health. That's what I teach. And one of the last elements to all these pillars came to me in 2012. Thank you so much, Marisa. So today I'm very excited, and let me start sharing my my screen. Just give me 1 second. Obviously, when you need it, it's never here. So let me share my PowerPoint. So today my day started, as you see, everything to me, and I hope to us, is about health and freedom. Healthy and free is the topic of my presentation today. So today my day started with attending the webinar or Zoom. This day and age, you know what it is all about. However, it brought me to the notion. My journey to health started in 2004, and it continues with the same notion through these times. I don't know about you, even me knowing a lot about what's going on in the COVID virus, it started with fear. Fear turned into learning. Learning turns into growth. Growth is turning to me into sheer belief. And that's, I think, what we're carrying through this great and very challenging time. So, and I believe that I got now so much fire, you know, to do LifeVantage and to teach LifeVantage because of the growth of what I'm going through. LifeVantage, what is LifeVantage? LifeVantage actually started in 2005 with the ABC investigative report, which I'm not going to show you, however, I have it. If you have never seen it, I strongly encourage you to go and watch it. In 2005, it was aired, but it was so ahead of the time. And the company was not known. They aired ABC with Pratanam, which was named as the reducer of oxidative stress. We'll talk about a little bit later. Tremendous success after airing this a little clip with John Caniones, tremendous. The company got over $5 million worth of orders. However, they were not ready. They actually put the product into the major stores like your Walgreens or CVS, sorry, Canadians here, I think Walmart, CVS. However, in 2005, nobody knew about the notion and the concept of oxidative stress or free radical damage. Hardly anybody knows about it now in 2020. So from 2005 to 2009, it was on the shelves. Of course, it wasn't sold. You know, the bottle of Pratanam was marked at $50. You know, and it was sitting next to vitamin C. 50 cents a bottle or $2 a bottle. What are you going to choose with no knowledge? So that was a publicly traded company. So what happened is the company was going fast and furious to the bankruptcy, and then it was analyzed, and that a lawyer or the company that was analyzing the finances, it was suggested that the modes and methods of distribution are entirely wrong. Nobody knew about oxidative stress reduction now. Hardly anybody knows about it in 2020, as I mentioned before. So LifeVantage now is a very well-established company. It's on NASDAQ. It has a great reputation. And since 2009, when LifeVantage entered network marketing. And why network marketing? Well, because you need to talk these products. You need to talk about the products, about what do they do for the body, what do they do for the cells. So now, when this ABC investigative report aired, what happened is, as I told you, the company flopped. However, the science started flourishing. And multiple universities, including Harvard, including Commonwealth, Virginia Woolf University, Louisiana State University, some Oregon State University started doing multiple studies on Protandim. And that's when it started to get recognized amongst people like me, physicians who started, we're looking through. What I like to do, I like to look into functional medicine, despite that I diagnose cancers. I look at the person not as the combination of symptoms, but I look at the whole person. And why did this person is sick or ill? Or most important, how to preserve health, how to remain healthy, how to remain well. And my slides are not cooperating. Okay, let me get to the products now. So let me stop sharing the screen for a while and talk to you about what is the legacy of LifeVantage. The legacy of LifeVantage is multifold, but number one, it's the foundations of products. Health. Health to me, as I told you before, resides on multiple aspects. It's a positive mind, it's a spirituality, it's a nutrient-dense foods, hydration, exercise, and then we're talking about cellular upregulation. So how do we upregulate the cell? What is the foundation of LifeVantage? It is this guy, what is called NRF2 Protandim. NRF2 is the protein. We won't get into the specifics of it. It's maybe too complicated. What it does, what does this combination of 5 botanicals do? It turns on everybody's cellular vacuum cleaners. And it doesn't spare the cells, whether it's a brain cell or toe cell. It turns that biochemical pathways to clean the cells. You clean the house, let's clean the home, let's clean the rooms of the body, trillions room of the body. Now we know that Protandim reduces the cellular garbage of cellular stress by 40% in 30 days. That is one of the first clinical studies, human studies that was performed and obviously published. By now we have 26 peer-reviewed studies. If you're interested, you can go on pubmed.gov, www.pubmed.gov, and look it up. So this is a cellular cleanser. Now, when you clean the cells, the cellular machinery is upregulated. So number 2, from the cellular cleanliness, what do you want to do? Well, don't you want more energy? Don't you want more vitality? Don't you want more oomph? So how do you get that vitality and energy and the oomph? You turn on your cellular engines, and cellular engines are your mitochondria. And we don't have one mitochondria per cell. There are cells that have thousands of mitochondria. So your liver, so important. Your liver is that detoxification factory. It's that factory that takes the food and takes the ingredients and converts, let's say, your proteins into amino acids and then into enzymes, or makes your fats, or works up your cholesterol. So liver has thousands and thousands of mitochondria per cell. And when we get dirty, and when we get older, the number of that cellular engine decreases, and we need to boost it. How do we boost cellular engines? There are two ways. So if you're, let's say, 3,000 of mitochondria per liver cell, you're aging, you're dirty. Goes to 1,000. How are you going to get it back to 3,000? Well, you need to turn on mitochondrial genes. So those mitochondrial genes will start making new mitochondria. Here comes the what is called NRF1 tertanum. That guy, which is also a combination of 5 botanicals, is going to turn on your mitochondrial genes to make more mitochondria. More mitochondria, more energy. More mitochondria, better DNA function. Mitochondria takes care of your genes. Now, let's look into the, okay, how do we actually get more cellular energy? Well, this is called ATP. Forget about it, cellular energy. How do we get it? We actually combine some food and oxygen. So what happens is, it's a multiple chain of different reactions. And there is an igniter to every reaction, which is called NAD. NAD is like a starter to all the cars. It's like an igniter to the cells, to the mitochondria. Without that igniter, there will not be conversion or transmission into cellular energy from or in the mitochondria. So you need to boost that NAD, because again, with aging, NAD decreases, it slows down. So the combination of 3, which is called tri-synergizer, to me is a must deal. Clean the cells, boost over 200 survivor genes that takes care of a lot of functions. Turn on your mitochondrial genes to increase the mitochondrial numbers and improve the functionality of your mitochondria. And then see, and then your cells are working exactly the way it's supposed to work. Now, let's go into this guy. So the cell, what is the cell? Cell is like a cell, it's like a room. So it has walls. So the walls are called cell membrane. And the cell membrane consists of fats. And some of those fats are called essential fats. Where do you get them? You get them, they're already packed and ready for you from the fish. Fish has those essential fatty acids. However, it has to be the right fish, like in this guy, which comes from northern Norwegian waters, and only picked at the right time, 3 or 4 months during harvesting. And it has to be packed right away so it's not rancid. So that is not rancid, meaning that is not actually creating free radicals, exactly what we're trying to negate with our cellular cleanser. So these fish oils are readily available. So they go straight into your cells, and then they rebuild or strengthen your cellular membrane. It's so important. Those proper, complete cellular membranes are so critical for cellular integrity. And not only that, but for cellular fluidity. What does that mean? Cells cannot be rigid. They need to communicate. They need to talk to each other. Where is it very important? It's important in the brain. It's important everywhere. But it's very important in the brain to convey that message. So to me, those 4 are so critically important to cellular health. It's an upregulation of cellular health. So let's review. We get an NRF2 activator, cellular cleanser, cellular boost. We get an NRF1, which is a mitochondrial activator, increases mitochondrial numbers. We get an NAD boost, which is going to increase mitochondrial function amongst other things. And then we get something that is going to take care of cellular integrity. So now, from that thing, we're going to get into our family, because we are 100%, and 10% of us are cells, and 90% of us are our microbiome. Microbiome, we have this flora from the top of the head to the bottom of the feet, and they consist with something that coexists and lives with us. And we need the good flora, we need the good bugs, we need the good bacteria, we need the good fungi, we need the good protozoa, we need the good viruses, the good ones that help and support us. And most of all, when we talk about our microbiome, we talk about microgut. By now, I think everybody knows about gut-brain connection. Some people think that our microgut is our second brain. And why? Because those probiotics, those bacteria, those species, they synthesize, they help, they give us a high amount, some say 90% plus, of the happy neurotransmitter serotonin. Our microgut participates and helps our immune system. And our immune system is so important, especially in the gut, because especially in all these passages, it's very important in our oral cavity, in our nasal cavity. Then it's going to go into the lungs. And it's very important in our GI tract, because that's what we have, those invaders. That's where we fight some bacteria or other organisms that do not belong there. So why our probiotic, which is probiotic, is so distinct? Well, because it is not fridge stored. It is shelf safe. That's the way it is preserved. They are alive. And not only they're alive, there are 5 different species, 6 billion colonies. So our probiotic has the special formulation, a special envelope to pass through stomach acid. Stomach acid is our natural antibiotic. It's our natural preservative, or a killer of parasites or unfriendly bacteria. However, it doesn't segregate. It's still an acid. So we need that protective layer. So this probiotic has that protection from the stomach acid, as well as it allows the targeted delivery. So those lactobacilli that are here, they're going to end up in small gut. Very important. And bifidobacilli, for example, they're going to end up in our large gut. Very important. Now, if you do probiotics, you need to feed the bugs. You need to have prebiotics. This is the combination of amazing, different, let's just put it this way, different undigested fiber, as well as our prebiotic contains something that protects the good gut, the good bugs, the good probiotic, and actually wipes the bad one. So this is, to me, is not only this is the foundation of LifeVantage, this is part of the foundation of LifeVantage. We obviously have the skincare products, which are based on NRF2 philosophy and formulation, and we also have a hair care regimen. So now I'm going to go back into the slide share, because I want to show you something. What I love about skincare regimen in LifeVantage and the hair care regimen in LifeVantage is how clean it is. So there is an app, and if you don't have it, it's called Think Dirty app. And when you, especially right now, how many times we all wash our hands? Maybe 20 times or 30 times or 50 times more than we used to. So what happens to the hands? What happens to the skin? You need some healthy cream. You need some moisturizers. So I strongly encourage you to look into True Science Skincare Regimen and look it up, how clean it is, how beautiful and healthy it is. And the same thing with a hair care regimen. So please forgive me my very long, inappropriately long hair. But the hairdressers are closed right now. So This is about it for the amazing products. So now, let me tell you something about why business. Why business? Why products? Why now? So why now? Because this day and age, I want to be as healthy as I can. So I want to make my body the fortress of health. So to me, you know, from what I know, my LifeVantage products, that is the enforcement of my foundation of health. However, this day and age, where are we, guys? By and large, we're at home. So how many of us, thanks God I'm working, but how many of us do not have a job anymore? Or how many of us are working part-time right now from homes and thinking, where's my income? I need more. I need more money. The bills are still coming. We still have to pay the rent. So I think, and everybody is on the computer. So I think now maybe it's a great opportunity to think of what is called residual income. And residual income is, you know, you sit at home, but the paycheck is coming. Why do you think LifeVantage is such a good company? Well, I already told you about the great products. And however, when you look into network marketing business, which allows you the opportunity of that residual income, when you do the work once right and you build up your organization, you build up your team, and it creates a very nice financial freedom. And that foundation. However, when you join a network company, not only the products have to be amazing, which we have, recognized by some awards, being on NASDAQ, so we are transparent. So you need to jump into the company that basically in the beginning, the company that did not hit the momentum yet. So, and I think that what LifeVantage so far is, you know, we are in LifeVantage since 2000. That's when LifeVantage turned into network marketing. So we are only basically 10 years, a little bit over 10 years. And we're still 10 years, we're still brand spanking new. So this is such a perfect opportunity to embark, if you wish, in that amazing people and health oriented business. You do it right. You grow with the friends. You do it right, you grow with the leaders. Now there is always a system involved. So, and that's what I was telling you about residual income, because there are multiple elements to the compensation plan. And if you want to get into the details of the compensation plan, so please get back to the person that invited you to this presentation. How do you get into LifeVantage? Twofold again. I told you, healthy, well, healthy, free. So health, that's number one for me as a physician. So, you know, products. So you become, now either way, whether you're becoming a customer, so just consuming the products, or you're becoming the business builder, we call it distributor, you are embarking with the same opportunity to get every product you want. And basically you get with the same financial opportunity. The beauty of LifeVantage is that the customers and the distributors get the products at the same wholesale price. So different ways as a distributor, there are different packages. So now when you embark into the business, not only you embark into the system. Is this business simple? Absolutely. Is it easy? Not. Because it's like a commitment. It's a commitment of your dream. It's a commitment of your desire. What you invest, that's what you get. So, and there are different ways. There are large packages, which provides you with the largest volume of the products, and there is a smaller packages. It's strictly up to you. So now when we talk, so I told you that LifeVantage is on NASDAQ, we're transparent, there's a distributor compensation summary that is published. So this, what I'm showing you, these are the numbers of residual income that you build when you grow. So when you get to, let's say, a level of Pro 5 or Pro 6, so these are your monthly residual paychecks. However, how bad is it to have something to help you with the rent, with the groceries? It's everything depends on your why and what do you want for your freedom and what does that freedom means for you. Now, why do I love LifeVantage products? When I talk about health, sales, and I always recommend people to stay on the products and never give a product a one-day trial or a 2 days trial or even a month trial. As you see on this slide, guys, our cells regenerate at a different speed and at a different rate. As you see, liver, it takes 6 weeks for the liver cell to regenerate. It takes over 3 months for our bones to regenerate, and on and on and on. How many years and how many months do we abuse our body? So let's give our body a chance to regain that strength and regain that health. So we need to be consistent. I like when we regain strength and health slowly, gradually, but consistently. And that's what I think we can get with LifeVantage. And the same thing with the business, never give up, never give up. Turtles always cross the finish line. So guys, this is probably what I wanted to share this with you. And I wanted to finish, this is not the last that we're finishing because I want us to say, not a prayer, but a connection. So if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door, Milton Berle. Thank you so much. So now, what I'm asking you to join me, I ask you, please repeat after me. May I be well. May I be healthy. May I be loved. May I love. May I be joyful. May I be in peace. Thank you very much for the participation. For our guests, thank you so much for giving us an opportunity. Please get back to that person that invited you. Thank you. For people who invited the guests, I send you love. Good night.